Entertainment news. Coming up, all the goss, gowns, and gotta knows from the Oscars. And does George Clooney have a new neighbour? But now, the big interview.
You've seen this celebrity interview a million times before. An actor promoting their latest film. A journalist asking questions. All shot against the same blank backdrop, in the same two chairs. Why do these interviews always look the same? Why do the journalists seem to ask the same questions? And why do the stars sometimes lose their minds? Well, because we're all trapped in hell, and you put us there. I'm a working journalist for newspapers, magazines and websites who's reported from loads of these global press junkets. This is how they all work. First, they check into a hotel. Depending on the size of a film, a junket might take over anything from a few rooms to an entire floor. All of the furniture is removed and the bedrooms are converted into film studios, with all the press queuing outside in the hall. Not so bad, right? Well, just you wait. Hit it! A standard on-camera interview like this lasts around 3 minutes. In that time, the journalist walks in, sits down, asks their questions, leaves, and is immediately replaced by the next journalist, over and over and over again. An actor can expect to do dozens of these in a day, but that's not the worst part. Now, I'm going to let you in on a wee journalistic secret here. Most articles are exactly the same. They follow the same structure, meaning they need the same facts, meaning everyone asks the same questions.
What can fans expect from the film? What attracted you to the role? Any funny pranks on set? Has motherhood changed your perspective? Is this a film for the Trump era? Any word on a sequel? So, what's your workout routine? Now, about your pending court case.
No. Whoa. Stop the film. Just stop it right there. Okay? No.
There are also the journalists, mostly online, who realise it's pointless to ask the same questions yet again. Instead, they use their time to play stupid games, or quizzes, or chase memes, or really anything they think might go viral. It's all quite desperate.
And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then.
On the same day, in another room, the actor will also have longer interviews with the bigger magazines and newspapers. These can last an hour or more, but they ask pretty much the same questions as in the 3-minute sessions, only slowly. These are prestige feature articles, the kind they put on the cover. The answers the actor gives barely matter. The feature's really about the experience of meeting them, what they're wearing, how they smell. The idea is that the reader feels like they're in the room too. For the truly vapid journalist, this can be simple boasting. Hey look, I met a famous person, the feature equivalent of a selfie taken in a nightclub's toilet. Other times the article builds to a startling revelation or emotional epiphany, as the mask of fame slips and there's a moment of true, almost psychic connection between journalist and subject, like the celebrity's a wild animal they've encountered in a moonlit forest. These features are, every one of them, total nonsense. Finally, worst of all, are the roundtables. Roundtables are when a group of reporters from different publications all interview the subject at the same time. Each of the journalists has been given a different question to ask by their editor, meaning they scream over each other like they're lowering the lifeboats in the Titanic. Roundtables are actual nightmares.
Personally, I've had jet-lagged actors burst into tears trying to remember a single funny prank on set. Once a publicist refused to bring out Benedict Cumberbatch until we learned to behave ourselves.
One of the journalists got his lunch out of his bag, wrote "The Magic Banana" on it, and from then on only the person holding the fruit was allowed to speak. Junkets lead to some pretty terrible articles. When you only have 30 quotable words from a celebrity and have to fill out a 500-word blog post, you need to find something to say about it. You end up picking over every word for possible spoilers or some controversy. padding the intro with the writer's crap jokes, and the conclusion with bloody Twitter reactions. Also, it needs an eye-catching, often misleading headline, the infamous clickbait. Junkets are so formulaic and the stars so rehearsed that the only truly interesting stories happen when the machine starts spinning too fast and twists itself apart.
I remember a Disney junket in this hotel that didn't go well. While Robert Downey Jr. was storming out of an interview with Channel 4 News, Jeremy Renner was in another room, calling Black Widow a slut. I remember two things from that day. One, a fellow professional journalist showed up in a set of Incredible Hulk boxing gloves. And two, everyone was incredibly tired.
Imagine months of being constantly jet-lagged, having no idea what country you're in, and being asked the same question every 3 minutes. Junkets are mind-numbing enough for the journalists, but for the stars they're like being renditioned to Guantanamo Bay. Look, I know why junkets exist. It's a matter of efficiency. Actors have limited time, and so publicists make a calculation. They think it's better to have more coverage in more places than quality coverage. And the newspapers and magazines and websites just can't afford to say no. It's the only way we get access to these stars that you love so much. But there's something sinister about all this, don't you think? The repeated questions and forced hilarity halfway between an interrogation and a child's birthday party. Grown adults playing parlour games like we're Evelyn Waugh characters doomed for the trenches. Everybody's smiling, but it's a deeply cynical format. It's journalism as factory farming. The bare minimum required to be an interview, to be a conversation. Don't know if you've heard, but there's been some horrendous stuff happening in the entertainment world for years and years. Isn't it amazing that press didn't notice in the 3 minutes we were playing Kerplunk? We only get away with it because you, the audience, are so bored, so disinterested you don't care to notice. And that's the bit that I don't get, because none of this would happen if you didn't consume this stuff. And you do, don't you dare lie to me. What do you get out of this? What's the draw?
Is this really what you want? A bunch of idiots trapped in a hotel room, shawning on like a Beckett play for the stupid.
Because we'll keep doing it, we'll keep dancing the same we dance over and over again till our feet are bloodied stumps.
We're human beings! You can't treat us this way! We have minds and dignity! What about you junket junkies? Don't you want more than 3-minute bursts of nonsense? Pointless interviews turn into clickbait headlines and everyone's just slowly losing their minds. You know better! Demand more! Stop enabling this! Otherwise, we're trapped here forever!
Trapped in your endless boredom!
Stay right there, because we're not going anywhere.
Exactly.